As I watched, the Lamb broke the first of the 7 seals on the scroll. Then I heard one of the 4 living beings say with a voice like thunder, "Come." I looked up and saw a white horse standing there. Its rider
a lot of
carried
times
a
where I
bow,
sleep.
and a crown was placed on his head. He
This is
rode
where I
out
study on this
many
beautiful
battles and gained the
table.
victory.
It feels like Jerusalem. I can sort of see it. Really helps when I'm studying.
Living being.
There's a concordance.
Come. Then another
Greek,
horse
Hebrew,
appeared,
English
a
Bible.
red one.
What you do
Its
is you
rider
take it
was
word
given
for
a
word
mighty
out of
sword
this,
and the
and you break it
authority
down
to
with
take
the
peace from the
concordance
earth. And there was war and
and
slaughter
this.
everywhere. When the Lamb broke the 3rd
That's
seal,
really good to
I
have too.
heard the 3rd living being say,
So is that. But the actual best Bible is the Amplified Classic Edition.
I looked up
But they don't make that in a
and
study
saw a
Bible.
black horse, and its rider was holding a pair of scales in his hand. And I heard a voice from among the 4 living beings.
This Breathe Audio Bible is incredible.
3 loaves of barley will cost a day's pay. And don't
Here's
waste
where
the olive
people have
oil
told
and
me
wine.
they know I'm close to God.
When the Lamb
Because God's a
broke the
gardener.
4th seal, I heard the 4th living being.
That was last year in May. They get way bigger than that.
I looked up and saw a
That's some
horse whose
squash.
color was pale green.
That's one tomato
Its
plant.
rider was named
And then
Death,
that's
and his
cucumbers.
companion was the grave. These
That's
2
one tomato
were
plant
given
behind it.
authority
You see
over
the one
1/4
cage.
of the earth, to kill with the sword and famine and
That was
disease
asparagus.
and wild animals. When the Lamb broke the 5th
That was the
seal,
garden in the front yard.
I saw under the
That's
altar
squash, and those are
the
tomato
souls of
plants.
all
They'll
who
grow
have
over
been
7
martyred for
feet
the word
tall
of
and then
God
start growing back,
and
and they'll
for
hit the
being
ground.
faithful
And
in their testimony.
I don't know how to
They
clip them. It's
shouted
something
to
I've
the
got to
Lord.
learn.
O sovereign Lord, holy and true, how long before you judge the people who
Then I'll go to my
belong this world
reenactment
and
that was in my
avenge
front
them
yard
for what they have done to us?
of Good Friday
A white robe was given to each
and
of them,
Easter.
and they were told to rest a little longer. until
That's in
the
my
full
front
number
yard.
of
Jesus
their
in the
brothers
tomb.
and
That's the
sisters,
closest I could
their
get to a
fellow
stone.
servants of Jesus, who were to
The
be
stones
martyred,
rolled
and
away,
joined them.
which I'm sure Jesus was unwrapped, but I
watched.
I did what I
as the Lamb
could.
broke the sixth
That was
seal,
early that
and
morning,
there was a great
Easter
earthquake.
morning.
The sun became as
That
dark
cloth
as black
folded up
cloth,
nice and neat, laying next to him.
became as red as blood.
And yes, I love my Virgin Mary, but that's all she is to be. She's it be our example of how
Like green figs
we are to
falling from a
live for
tree
God.
shaken by a strong
That's
wind.
it.
The
Luke
sky was rolled up
1:38.
like a scroll, and all of the
Lord,
mountains
let it be
and
done to
islands
me
were
according to
moved
your
from their
word.
places. Then
And
everyone,
yesterday I saw the time, 1:38.
the rulers, the generals, the wealthy, the
And then here's my
powerful,
certificate
and every slave
from
and
the
free
Charismatic
person
Center.
all hid themselves in the
1
caves
year
and among the rocks and
training
mountains,
discipleship
and they
program.
cried to the mountains and the rocks.
Fall
Yeah,
on
signed by
and hide us
Priest
from the
Mark
face of the
Goring.
one who sits on the throne, from the wrath of the
Beautiful
Lamb.
from my dad. Jesus is knocking, but you gotta let him in, people. You have to surrender to Jesus. Yes, I have a beautiful sacrament. I've realized, though, it can be an idol. Jesus is everywhere. I don't have to have that here. But my mom will tell you, when she touched it, she felt the presence of God, and it knocked her to her knees. And this was when she wasn't talking to me. My family locked me in a mental institution for 6 days trying to prove I was
Then I
crazy
saw
because I
4
surrendered
angels
my life to
standing
Christ.
at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds, so they did not blow on the earth or the sea or
Wise
even on
men
any
still
tree.
seek him.
And I saw another angel.
That was a picture of my
coming
son
from
when he
the
was
east,
5, racing
carrying the
8-year-old
seal
boys
of
and
the
winning.
living
It's pretty
God.
awesome.
And he shouted to those 4 angels who had been given power to harm land and sea.
I love Jesus,
Don't harm the land.
and I will
with the
follow
seed or
Jesus till the day I die.
until we
I
have
belong to
placed
the
the
Kingdom
seal
Church
God
of Jesus
on the
Christ.
foreheads of his